Hey guys, today we are working in the Camilla de Erico guided sketch journal, guided sketchbook, and today we're doing head angles. So it's just turning the head in space, and like I've trying to keep the features to a minimum. So like I've got the nose placement and the brow placement because that's a really good landmark to help you turn the head, and then jaw, a little bit of the lip depending on the angle, and the ear, because the ear is also one of those ones that is really good for, like, the ear lines up with the back of the jaw, and it's a good landmark for like to put in because it helps you like turn the head, and like you can figure out your angles with the ear, and like it there's stuff. Anyways, I can't really get into it in this video, and I'm not really teaching you how to draw the head. I'm just drawing, and if you want to draw with me, go ahead. These are all from my head. I am not using any reference. I'm just trying to like figure it out on my own. And that's one thing that you can do, especially if you're trying to learn how to draw, is don't be a slave to reference, because if you become a slave to reference and you're only using reference, you're going to have a really hard time when you go to draw poses that are like less believable because you can't get reference for them. So draw the head in space without, like, there's a book, it's a really old book, but it's called Drawing the Figure Without a Model. And that book is like one of the best books for learning how to draw, because it teaches you like how to not use the model like religiously. And it gets you away from needing to use a model and needing to use like photo reference. Now, if you're doing realistic paintings and stuff and you're taking your own photo reference, that's a completely different story, because you need it for like clothing texture and shadow and stuff like that. But when you're doing comics, when you're doing illustration work like this that isn't photorealistic, man, try not to use like crazy reference. And if you're doing like anime poses and stuff like that, like, oh man, like there's the posers and stuff that you can use that are in like Clip Studio Paint, but try to do figures on your own. Try to do like 1 to 2 inch little figures, moving around and like doing different poses without using photo reference, and it'll free you from having to have that photo reference. Like, I know everyone likes pretty art and like, oh well, if I trace this I'm gonna have perfect anatomy. You want perfect anatomy, learn the math of the body. Like, it's so frustrating for me to see like illustrations that I can tell were traced from actual images that I know are from like what's it called, like stockphoto.com and stuff, and like you can get in a lot of shit for doing that. Like, that's not what fair use is. Like, you can't just trace images and be like, look, I can like sell you the commercial rights. No, you traced the image. You can't do that. It's just very frustrating, and I've been seeing it a lot in the romance space, so it's just frustrating me. Anyways, so draw things from your head, and when we go to practice with a model, I will teach you how to do that so that you can draw figures from your head without having to use a model all the time. Anyways, me rant done. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and the next one we'll be drawing hands. I'll chat at you later. Bye-bye.